Hello and welcome to my channel. It's February 9th, 2021. And guess what today is? It's going to be a news and politics video because it's the second impeachment of Donald J. Trump, even though he's no longer in office. And here are just some things, some top coverage from our Google overlords. From Twitter, Jim Macasa. Trump lawyer Bruce Castor seems to be saying this trial is a waste of time as the American people chose a new administration. People get tired of administration they don't want and they know how to change it. That's right. Jill Wine Banks, Trump lawyer argument due process is absurd and insulting. The trial is where the defendant gets to confront the witnesses against him and present his case, not when the House votes impeachment, which is equivalent to a grand jury indictment where the defendants have no role. That is due process. Jake Tapper, Trump's lawyer, David Shawn, said that the impeachment is an effort to defranchise the 74 million who voted for Trump, which is an interesting accusation given that months of attempt by Trump and company to literally defranchise voters in the states Biden won. Absolutely false, Jake Tapper. Absolutely false. Hillary Clinton is still saying that she was cheated, and this is kind of go to my point. Hopefully, I'm not going to spend too long on this, mainly because I don't really care what these people have to say. But I do find that this impeachment is very interesting. Now, I think I'll watch about a total of 4 or 5 hours of it, so not really the whole thing. But there's this one person with the bald head that was one of the managers, and of course, and there's the black person. I don't exactly remember their names because I kind of don't care, to be honest. Both made strong arguments why the impeachment should go on, and I could kind of tend to agree with them. They're pretty much saying that the impeachment process isn't really just for people that are acting in government, but it is to preserve and protect the government from them in case they want to rerun. And one of the actions that could come from of this is they are barred from running again. Now, I do agree with that sentiment. I really do. Keep in mind, I do agree with that. But however, there's going to be a big but. The big but, of course. Now, of course, the first lawyer to speak on Trump's behalf actually said something very interesting and might have actually hurt the impeachment process. Is Trump is no longer in office, which means he's no longer protected from legal repercussions. And if he indeed created or committed a crime to incite insurrection, that is a felony, I believe, and shall be charged with a crime accordingly. However, he mentioned that this impeachment should be on a trial base and has not received any criminal complaint against President Trump, nor has he been arrested, which is also another interesting point, and I agree with. And of course, there was this other guy, I can't remember his name, probably read it off. The guy that just held his head while drinking water, which was kind of interesting. A lot of the stuff that he said kind of went over my head because that's a lot of legal speak and a lot of lingo that I'm not familiar with. But both those two people kind of brought up a good point, and that is that this is a witch hunt. Well, not necessarily a witch hunt. This is a message. The elites that are running our country are sending a message with this impeachment. I saw some people saying that Republicans that are in office are also on trial too. I kind of disagree with that, but I think this sends a powerful message to the masses that the common folks don't need to apply for government, especially to presidents or the role of the president. I mean, to me, I think it sends a message saying, yeah, all you 74 voters who voted for Trump, yeah, yeah, you don't matter. Only the ones that we approve matter. And it's not even just a Republican and a Democrat side, because it's the elites on both sides that are sending that message, pretty much saying that the riffraff don't bother running because we're going to impeach you and we're going to make sure that this never happens again. And I think this is the message that they're trying to send, which I don't agree with. Uh, Now, of course, Jake Tapper with his little comment. That's part of the process. It's part of the process to challenge votes there within a timely manner. And Donald Trump was in his legal right to say that. Now they're saying that since Donald Trump was challenging the results and saying the election was stolen, led to the insurrection, which, if that's the case, there's an argument to be said about Hillary Clinton and her refusal to accept responsibility for losing her election. But still, that's part of the process. Everyone was following the process. And that tragic day on January 6th is tragic. But I cannot fault the president on that. A lot of things led up to that situation, and there's a lot of evidence that I'm hearing that may not have been related to Trump and that was orchestrated by other groups at that location. But like I said, I haven't really read into it too much, so I'm not going to speak too much. But however, I find it kind of interesting that the man was speaking while this was taking place, and then he kept on saying, "Go home in peace." But of course, it doesn't really matter because it's not about the facts. It's not about the logic. It's about sending that message that us common folks are not welcome. Anyways, that's all I got for today. Leave a comment down below on what your thoughts are. Smash the like and subscribe button or the plus button on Rumble. But most importantly, have yourself a wonderful day, morning, or evening.